Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with one of our favorites, Stanley, and his trainer, Rich. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Stanley's ability to understand and respond to his formal obedience commands, the correction and the motivations that we give the young puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction. And the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and let go on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Stanley's going to come on with his very own training equipment. You're going to be taught how to use that during your follow-up training session. And keep an eye on Rich's left arm during the course of the workout, and you'll see how he uses that. Now, Stanley's sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on the leash, and the command is Stanley, heel.
Stanley, heel.
Now at this point, little Stan has a job to do, and that is to match pace with you when you're walking with him. So that when you're walking down the street, you have a boxer that's well under control as he's getting larger. And every time you stop your feet, Stanley's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So when you stop to cross traffic or you stop to talk to a neighbor, instead of him bouncing around on the end of the leash, he should sit nicely. And when you're walking, he should be paying more attention to you than the distractions around you, and walking nicely with you. And he's doing a great job. And I've taken Stanley to the vet, and he's just a perfect gentleman when he's out in public. Now, this is your stay command. It is a hand and a voice command. It's to be practiced indoors as well as outdoors, and you should start out at about 30 seconds and work up to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to his dog, he walks all the way around him. It's an additional distraction, all the way back to where they started. So if you watch this video carefully, you'll see that everything starts and stops at that heel position. And they take off heeling again. No, he didn't sit right away, so Rich told him no, and you saw that little tug on the training collar. Nothing to hurt him, just a reminder to pay attention. Now if he gets silly, and he's a baby, Rich told him no and got him right back under control. He gets a little overly enthusiastic sometimes. And this time, instead of returning back to him, Rich is going to call him. And this is what we call the recall, or the come on command. And I got up. Rich is going to use his name. Happy voice. He should come right in front and sit. And boxers are famous for jumping all over you. So you're going to really like that come command where he comes and sits. So practice that one a lot. All of this has all been put together for you in the form of a drill, so that you can practice with it at home. You can pull it right up on your computer. You can practice your exercises right inside. You don't have to go outside.
Stay.
Rich leaves him in another sit stay. Uses his name, calls him in. Comes right in front and sits looking up. And then goes back to heel and back sitting. Perfect. Very good. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you are probably ones that you're going to use a lot. And those are your down commands. So the first down command, with your dog seated at your left at heel position, you take your left open palm straight down toward the ground and the one word firm command to down.
Stay.
And then you tell him what you're going to do, which is leave him, so he has to stay. And you can practice this right in your living room. This is a great workout in your living room. Put your training equipment on and use it.
No. Down.
So Rich goes back, makes him complete it.
Stay.
We're stretching out the amount of time that he's able to do these things. When Rich returns back to him, he has to complete this exercise as it was taught. Now he's released because Rich told him good boy. And we'll demonstrate that down from a heel position one more time for you.
Down.
And developmentally, Stanley's going to go through a lot of stages, and we're going to be there to help you through these different stages. So please stay in touch with us. Rich called him out of that. Came right in front and sat. Beautiful. And back to heel and back sitting. Now the last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance. And if you notice, when he gets a little out of control or too full of himself, Rich immediately tells him no and kind of reels him back in. He's going to use his right hand to give the command.
No. Down.
No, he's being a little fresh, but he did it.
Stay.
Very good.
Stand.
Now we've demonstrated for you his healing, his automatic sits, his stays, his down from a distance, and his come. These are the exercises that you're going to be practicing with Stanley. If you're having any kind of issues at all or you need help or coaching, please call the school and let us know. We have so enjoyed having him. He's a lot of fun. He's a smart little guy. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company. Happy New Year, and we will see you soon.